it's authenticity, it's vulnerability, it's art, which is also a theme in this piece that will heal the rifts that are happening in this world.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Melker, and I am the director of Tiny Beautiful Things.
I think what draws me to want to be involved in a piece is the experience rather than the product. And I wanted something that we could get a group of people together and we could connect and we could create something really, really special.
My name is Kay Verity, and I'm one of the letter writers. One of the things that drew me to Tiny Beautiful Things and made me want to be a part of this production was the lovely and beautiful Elizabeth. She actually gave me the script and I read it for the first time, and I loved how raw and real it was.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hi, I'm Arthur Trowbridge, and I play various different letter writers throughout Tiny Beautiful Things. Given that the show is based mostly from a writer who answered letters that were written for an advice column, every character I play, there is something about the character that's like me, or there's something about me that's like the character.
My name is Cameron Scott, and I'm playing one of the letter writers in Tiny Beautiful Things. The beauty about this show being that it's not written by someone, it's pieced by someone.
My name is Skylar Reed, and I'm one of the letter writers. Empathy is basically an actor's job. You play a character that is not really a good person, and you can't think of them that way. You know, Sugar, some of the letter writers that she's responding to are really not good people, but she never says that. She empathizes and sees why are they saying what they're saying or doing what they're doing.
My name is Cindy Marcus, and I am playing Sugar in Tiny Beautiful Things. What made me want to be a part of Tiny Beautiful Things was Elizabeth. I worked with her on Wild Dust, and it was our first time working together, and I felt this soul connection, and I loved watching her work. And I thought, I want to do that. I want to do that with her.
My name is Malone Simmons, and I am the producer of Tiny Beautiful Things. After I read the script, I was even more excited to participate because it's such a raw and emotional piece, almost more of an interactive art piece than it is a play. Like, it feels very different, and it feels like we are growing something together, which is really cool. It's very different from other theater that I've been involved in.
Hi, my name is Macy Frankie, and I am the assistant director on Tiny Beautiful Things.
The thing that drew me to Tiny Beautiful Things is the complexity of the story. I think it's unlike any kind of show I've ever seen before, and I really wanted to be a part of telling something that has a little bit of something for everyone.
The casting process was a lot of fun. I wanted to make sure whoever we cast as the letter writers were very dynamic. I wanted to make sure that they were okay with playing, that they could bring different things to the table. And the people we found are wonderful.
Working on Tiny Beautiful Things has affected my life and who I am deeply.
I think what drew me the most to doing this was the idea that something is here that we really need, I feel like, as a whole.
I think that something very important in this play is living in a world where everyone is some anonymous person on the internet. It's good to keep in mind that every one of those people is fighting a battle that you know nothing about.
I hope people feel moved, inspired, changed, seen. After seeing this production, these performers are so incredible in bringing these stories to life. I personally have been deeply moved on so many occasions, just how authentic each and every one of these performers is.
I hope that the audience can leave the theater more open than they were when they came in. I hope that they can bring the themes of Tiny Beautiful Things into their lives.
My My goal as an actor is always to send one person home questioning themselves, questioning that something in the show brought up a question about maybe something that's going on in their own personal life.
I really love finding pieces where I can dive deep into something real. And I really resonated with Tiny Beautiful Things because it is touching on so many shared human experiences that we all have. One of the most rewarding things about this show is, one, again, getting to share all these stories, but also being in such a beautiful collaborative space with everyone else in the cast, because we come from so many different backgrounds. And so having us all come together in this collaborative space is really cool and fun to work with.